Your 9 to 5 is stealing your soul. You weren't built to slave your life away working for someone else on their own time, making what they decide you're worth, and hopefully saving up enough to have a retirement and spend the last couple of years of your life retired when you're too old and too crippled and too feeble to even spend your life well. Meanwhile, you're going to spend the better part of your life going to school, getting in debt, and working for someone else and doing everything they tell you to the T, because if you don't, there goes your benefits and there goes your job. There is no way in hell that you were created for this. Now, some people, they like a 9 to 5, and great, the world needs 9 to 5ers. But if you're watching this video, if you watch my content, you weren't built for that. You want your own freedom. You want freedom to be able to work when you want. You want freedom to be able to make how much you decide you want to make. And you want freedom to go to work wherever you want and have the freedom to take care of your family in the future. I know you do. That's why I got into coaching. And that's why you need to start that business. I'm telling you right now, you weren't created to live for someone else. I believe freedom in every single aspect of life is the greatest riches a man can ever achieve. And unfortunately, in today's world in 2025, money, and a lot of it, is the price of freedom. If you don't have money, you don't have time freedom, you don't have location freedom, and you don't have financial freedom to take care of your family and raise your kids how you see fit. See, in today's world, if you don't have finances, you send your kids to government-funded schools where they will be taught whatever the government deems worthy. Now, you will live in a house that you can afford, and you will get into more debt and pay a bunch of interest because that's all you can afford. You will pay subscriptions on everything. You will finance your car. You will do all of these things, and you will be a slave to the debt for the rest of your life. And then, even worse, they're going to tax tons and tons and tons of that money and take even more out for your retirement. I'm telling you guys right now, this is just me, and this is my opinion. I think we need to normalize that saying more. This is my opinion. I cannot fathom how a young man or a man, I can't speak for women because I'm not a woman, grows up and goes, yeah, I cannot wait to work for someone for the rest of my life. I cannot wait to go to work when they tell me, wear exactly what they tell me to wear, only take lunch breaks when they tell me, and yeah, I just can't wait for that. There is no way in hell you grow up with that. And maybe you went to college, maybe you went to high school, maybe you think that's your future. But if you really get honest with yourself, man, you want freedom. We all do. We want to be respected, we want to make a lot of money, and we want freedom to raise our kids and live the life how we want to live. And I'm telling you right now, you will not find that from a job. And it will be a very, very tiny percentage that will. But the larger portion that are really finding freedom in 2025 are starting their own business. That's why I started a coaching business. And I haven't worked a job since 2023, and my girl hasn't worked a job since 2024.